busy girl.
I'm going to come
Hi,
on
Dawn.
here. I'm trying to promote this out.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay.
Oh
You
gosh.
guys, welcome to our Tuesday night Zoom. I see it's recording, so I'm going to go ahead. And Stephanie and I, we're just talking about how people are so distracted. And I know some of you were going to do a call at 3 today for your team. It didn't happen. It's okay. Just know right now people are distracted, but we have to really try to focus because these are the kinds of times. This is, if you think of it, I mean, it's a completely different scenario, and I get that. I'm not trying to minimize what's going on in our world. Is pretty dang crazy. It's unprecedented. But at Christmas time, there's certain people that think, oh, it's December, no one's going to buy anything. It just different mentality. So you have to figure absolutely people are buying things. We're having our best month in the whole company ever. Our team is up over 15,000 in group volume this month. So people are buying, they are getting started. I know that it's getting harder to get everything they need, but there's a lot of people that are determined to just keep going with their life. Okay. So people that you've been talking to, they are going to buy, some of them are. But if you give up and you don't reach out and you make assumptions, you're not going to get them. It's just like Michael Jordan said that you'll miss every basket you don't shoot. So just remember that. And maybe we need to shift our thinking a little bit, maybe in what we're presenting and what we're putting an emphasis on. We might, in the coming days, I don't know. Hi, Colleen. Thanks for jumping on. We might need to shift our perspective more to wellness, or just kind of emphasize it a little bit more than we do along with the weight loss. Just kind of give plugs for that. I was talking to Stephanie about something I changed up in my fast chat, and I'll share that. It was just something really tiny, but I think it just does bring it back up into people's minds. And then the other thing was also what Curtis said, be careful how you're promoting the home-based business, be careful how you're promoting the wellness, be super careful about how you're promoting the wellness. Because we don't want to get in trouble from the Federal Trade Commission. They're watching to see who makes claims. And right now I just know that I'm thankful that I have all this stuff in my body that I'm taking every day ongoing, and it's affected me on a cellular level. And I can say I've gone 10 years without ever hardly being sick or having a sore throat or whatever. I mean, it's been an amazing 10-year run. I don't want it to end with this, but I'm going to just keep taking and doing my preventative measures. And I know they're going to be hyper alert about that. But I was sharing earlier, I shared a little bit on my live I did today, and I was telling Stephanie that Nextdoor app that you can be connected with all your neighbors, and you hear about break-ins, car break-ins or gas siphoning. Everybody kind of goes in there, or they lost their cat, or they found a bike, on the side of the road, making sure it's not your kids. Sometimes people get in these crazy conversations, and they were talking about what's not available at the store right now. Like, oh my gosh, I can't find toilet paper. I can't believe people are hoarding toilet paper. I saw people leaving with baskets full. Then I got in there and it was empty. Those kinds of things. Well, somebody said, I know everyone's hard time finding hand sanitizer. That's being hoarded. And I have a business a company I belong to, and they happen to have hand sanitizer. And she did just a little plug about it's all natural, organic. I don't know what else she said. And she said, if anybody's interested, you can't find it. Literally, it will last you a year. Let me know and I'll hook you up. Or you can just click on this link. So I went on with my day, and I started seeing that this thing, it kept popping up, this conversation. So I finally go in there. Oh my gosh, people jumped on her so bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh my gosh, that's highway robbery. I got on there and it's $48. Blah, 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 blah. As if she had presented it as a pushy way, gave him only one option. She set this new price just for this coronavirus special, and people were just angry. And I just thought, wow, and then Curtis, of course, he was saying, be careful, because you don't want them to feel like you're taking advantage of the situation. You're not. I just got, a hater on my live on my wall a little bit ago. And so I think people are a little tense, So for sure, you want to be careful, because if you're doing things like in your face about we work at home, in your face, I have healthy products I've been telling you about forever, you should get on them by now, or, anything, just be careful. Most of you, I think, will be and are. And medical claims, if you don't want to get it, you better be on this, that kind of thing. We have to be super careful, but you don't want to make people feel bad. You want to make them feel good no matter what. Their choices are their choices, and their perspective is one way, and I think people's perspectives are going to change on a daily basis, maybe even an hourly basis. Literally, Amazon is not shipping anything but medical supplies, so they just shut down their shipping. So people are going to get a little nervous about that. It's not forever, but there's a few things, darn it, that I wanted to order this week. Stephanie and I were saying we need to order our own ventilators for our whole family. Or a 3D printer. We could make our own, but I guess we can't get it from Amazon. Anyway, all that to say, if we just use our sensitivity and we stay plugged in, so people are answering back, but not as quick. People are being a little bit slower. They're being a little bit more distracted. They've got kids at home now. They're working at home, or they just got laid off temporarily. Share some love. Be a bright light. Be happy. Most people know what you do, so you can be very subtle. With our special, I would be subtle. I would be subtle. I'm not saying don't promote it by any means. I'm doing mine mostly with private message. And if it's somebody I haven't talked to in a while, I am definitely just wishing them well. If it's somebody that I have talked to, but they have not ordered in a long time, I am not sharing the special. I am saying, I don't know if you got an email or saw the special, but if you're interested in the wellness bundle that just went on special, let me know and I'll share the details with you. I hope you're staying well. You guys are safe. To my customers, I am saying, hey, this is on special. This is a great deal. You're getting a free product, and they're all things that I take every day that I absolutely love. And it's, a great time to be healthy. So I'm just being informative without going, I don't know who's not going to order this right now because everything is crazy and you're going to get sick. I'm being super careful just to be, hey, it's this. And I'm not giving people information they didn't solicit. My customers all got an email, obviously, from the company that are currently ordering. But I'm not just throwing it out to, Jane Doe and saying, hey, I want people to want to come to me. You guys, I'm not judging if you are doing it another way. I'm just saying be careful in your verbiage, be kind and thoughtful. Of course, people need it, so they need to know we have it. Don't disengage and just assume that, it's a good time to of course, it's a good time to have family time, but I think we're all going to have quite a bit of family time. Be kind to your family. Oh my gosh, the novelty can wear off really fast. People watch the news and their whole countenance can change in a second. So I was reading some good books. This one is really, really good, How to Max Out Your Life. Max out your life, not how to, but it is how to. He was talking about things that people that are very, very successful, he calls them extraordinary habits and rituals. So if you guys don't have a habit or a schedule like a regular job would have, we always tell you, if you map out your day, you map out your singular, you're going to do better than if you just have kind of a to-do list in your brain that you want to get done that day, because the day will crowd it out. It doesn't matter if you're home for, 3 months now. Your day is going to be busy. So he's talking about make a habit and stick to your habit. It doesn't matter what you're seeing and what's going on. Because those are what's going to save you. That's going to pull you through. Now we've got Team Z. If you don't have Team Z, this is a really good time to set it up. If chats are slower to answer you, then use that time that you've set aside to work your business, setting up Team Z, putting your people in there. How about, text replacements? If you haven't done your text replacements ever, this is a great time to do your text replacements. And speaking of that, all I did was, my question when I ask people, when they connect to me and I ask them, are you interested in weight loss, energy, or wellness / immune system boost? I added the words immune system boost. It's just a subtle way to bring it under, underscore the fact that we do have something that will boost your immune system. So it's some way to tweak your verbiage so it's adding, health, and not avoiding the coronavirus or, COVID-19 or whatever. But just reminding them. And then there might be other places. I haven't really gone through and looked today, but there may be other places that you can bring that up and emphasize that. Of course, when someone's ordering, I would upsell a little bit, and tell them that we have that, just so they know it's an option, because it's another way to introduce the fact that we have a whole line of health support products, because that doesn't always come out in the conversation. If you didn't watch Room at the Top yesterday with Kelly Ebenstein, she did a really good short Room at the Top all by herself on, it was 14 minutes, and it was on upselling what she does. Somebody chooses the core. You want to make them feel good about what they chose. We always edify and say, great choice. Something you might also consider with that, just to make it, because the core really does have an average of 8 pounds per month weight loss, and they may have missed that point, or you may not have made that point yet. I know you want to lose 45 pounds. So something that might enhance it a little bit is maybe the zip sticks. It's part of our, health support line. The juice comes in the other 2 kits. But this, you can get these little packets. You can take them with you if you're trying to stay healthy, and then you have options on when to take it. She also suggests, I think, action. Anyway, she was going to put them in the comments below, so I haven't gone over there yet. And same with the Ignite kit. She always suggests trim sticks and one other thing. It might be zip sticks. I can't remember. Oh, maybe it's the probiotics. But with every single system, and then of course the ultimate, she has primer shine and something else. Gosh, I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but it's in that short little video. You guys need to watch it. And then the verbiage that she uses, because before she asks the last question, do you want to be a distributor or a member, she makes sure to ask them or suggest that they might also like this to enhance their system and their results, depending on what it is. And she said 9 out of 10 times they will take at least one of those suggestions and add it to their system. I think everybody needs the trim sticks with their Ignite if they're over 30. That's my opinion, but I've been doing it 10 years. I just see people, sometimes their bodies are a little bit slower and they always add that later anyway. And then when you are adding things on at some point, if it's a couple of things you add to the Ignite, they're almost better off just purchasing the Ultimate, and they figure that out kind of on their own anyway. So I would recommend watching that. But this book is talking about, like we talk about, and like the compound effect that I've fallen in love with again. I tried to read it years ago and I didn't quite get through as far. Really talking about those habits, how getting them to be second nature. What is your habit? Mike's amazing at that. He makes a post in the results page. He watches something, so at least 30 minutes of something. It's a lot of times it's personal self-development, but a lot of times it's just spiritual self-development, and he gets himself built up before he starts his day. He is amazing at that. And I have my little rituals. One of them is making the bed. Honestly, I make my bed, I feel like I'm ready for the day. If I don't, it's hanging over my head. I have been known to make it at 7 o'clock at night just to stick it to that day, I'm going to get it done anyway. And I have to work out. I do my personal, I read my Bible, I do my devotions, my personal self-development, those things. I get in my Team Z every day now. And really Team Z is just doing your daily activities. If you do the birthday message, I add all those people I sent the birthday message to my Team Z. If you do, your follow-ups, if you have some people already on your radar that you wrote down the night before that you don't want to forget to follow up on, I do that in addition to the Team Z follow-ups that it gives me. I'm always trying to add, more people into my Team Z that I have forgotten about, or go through all my chats, whatever it is. But you definitely have a lot more time on your hands now, or you may find that, especially those of you that are working from home, which is another point I wanted to make. Rob Sperry was talking about this, again, not getting in people's faces, being kind of careful, but, of course, don't not promote what you have. Do it in a thoughtful way, because people are at home working that don't normally. And this came up with somebody else yesterday that I watched. Those are the people that are actually going to be more open to it. Mike and I started our business in 2009. That's when I started the products. It wasn't even called Singular then. It was so new, so green, didn't mean a thing to me. I just knew my friend had it. It would help me lose weight. And I'd just come back from a trip, heavier than I'd ever been. I got on the product. She told me, sign up as a distributor. It gives you options to earn money if people see your results. I thought that's never going to happen, but I like the thought of having my options. So, and it was free at the time. There was some big, promotion. Just it didn't cost extra to sign up as a distributor. So I signed up as a distributor. And then she said, sign up as many people as you can that want the products as a distributor because it's free. It's not always free. And she just built up a sense of urgency about it. But anyway, I wasn't the least bit interested in a business. I was okay with helping my friends and helping people. And I did start to identify people that needed it. And I was super passive about it. But I would even just have him call my friend. And at first she didn't know that she would talk to him and sign him up under me. But that was in a down economy. And what really, when I finally said, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to build an income? I had just taken a part-time job and I'd been working it for several weeks. And I didn't like that so much. I mean, it made my life really crazy. It was, definitely an income and that was helping, but my perspective changed. And I was just like, I had it with trying to juggle homeschool, music, and sports, and then everything else, shopping, cooking, everything else with my job. I don't know what I did when I had a job. How did I do it? I have no idea. But trying to all of a sudden change everything up and add that job in, even though the income was a blessing, I was more open to the opportunity. I was like, okay, well, if I could make $1,500 a month doing that instead, $1,500 was huge to me back then. It was, $1,500 coming in that we didn't have, and the floor covering income was way down. And we didn't know how long it was going to last. It was just like this, only people weren't getting sick. But it was like, how are we going to afford groceries? We're not going to go on any trips, that's for sure. I mean, the conversations we were having were just depressing. And I felt like dead weight. And so, hence the job. And then my friend said, you just need to connect people. You need to let them know. So then that was the beginning of my Facebook, because Facebook was kind of new then. It was kind of an entertainment thing. I'm like, oh, great. And I just had to make sure that whenever I was with people or talking to people, seeing them in the store, that I told them. So it was a down economy. They have always said Singular was built to survive in a down economy. So hopefully that's starting to come home and you're realizing maybe you have heard someone say that. Singular was built in 2009, 2010. It became Singular when we merged and Zing came in and Global Blend. They came in with a few core products. And so we had the core 4. It was just not a great program, but it worked. Just people were starving, hungry. But then when they went to the next phase, that kind of filled in the blanks. Well, now we just start off the bat and people are not hungry. They're getting nutrition right away. Their bodies are responding really well. But regardless, it grew, it built. I matched my $1,500 a month income in 90 days from the day that I said, okay, what do I need to do? And I was sweating. I'm sweating just thinking about it. I was so scared talking to people, saying something to my friends. Well, we're all past that. But Singular grew. The company was they were in the red, and they grew faster than Facebook in their first 18 months. So we grew fast. They've always stayed in the black. They've never been in the red. And so they're a good, healthy company. So have all the confidence about that, and just know that they already built in an economy that's crazy and unsure. This is stuff that people need, and it's stuff that they want. And it's, if nobody wants to get sick, or if they've got heart disease and they're overweight, they don't want to be in the hospital right now. It's crazy. They don't want to, like Stephanie and I were talking about, end up in a parking lot tent with, someone who's not as qualified as the regular guy doing whatever to their body because they are sick, and let it go. So that kind of mentality is going to get stronger in people. Stephanie, anything that I've said you want to add at all? You're muted. Did you shake your head? No.
Like, no, you did great. No, you did. You honestly did. I think if anybody has any questions, please shout them out, or any thoughts.
Yeah, if you do, they're all muted, but you guys know how to mute yourself, hopefully. Unmute yourself. Let me see if I have notes that I didn't share earlier. But the thing to make sure that you're doing while we're waiting for someone to ask a question, because someone's going to ask a question, right? Um, Work it like a business and don't be attached to the outcome. And I did say that on my 10-minute live today. Don't be attached to the outcome. That's not what this is all about. That's not what anything we ever do really is about. If you're committed to it, if your yes is strong, and your personal policy is strong, then your no's will be easy to say. So no to watching the news all day. Yes to working my business. Yes to putting in a good solid hour if I have it. You know, we're not going to not fix our family dinner, right? It might be a little bit more of a challenge if we don't have everything we need. We're not able to go to the store every single day, but we're not going to give up on it. We're going to work, we're going to figure it out. We're going to get on the internet. Hopefully that doesn't go away. And we're going to look for a great recipe with the 4 things that we have in our cupboard. I did that already once today. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep going. And that's what you need to do. Even when you have a job that you go to every day, if you had the option of only coming based on yesterday's results, I mean, you'd be home every day because that one day comes along or that one week comes along where things aren't as great and you don't feel like going. But we can't do that. That's not an option. So you got to commit to this like it's something that you really, really, really want to do because you really, really want what it's going to build for your family. I have, things are great. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to be careful, but I'm not going to stop and let this just, distract me. So anybody else want to add anything about that? You don't have to have a question if you just want to add something. Have you seen a good post? I saw Jana Bullard did a great live today. She just said, I have a few minutes and, she's being kind of nonchalant. She's trying to be like, no big deal. People, I'm just feeling so good. And I'm just so thankful because with, what's going on, it can really wear you down. And people do ask me, and I started thinking about it. People do ask me why I feel so good all the time, why I'm so healthy and why I look so young. And she's like, right now I have my glasses on and no makeup. She did have eyelashes on, but she looked really good. She goes, I'm whatever she is, 57, 57, I think, 47. She said, but I'm younger than I look. And she is young looking for whatever age she said. Her skin looks great. And she said, that's because of what I do every day. I eat healthy. I take care of myself. She goes, there's some supplements I take every day. She goes, it's not like all of a sudden I've got the luck of the Irish. She's playing off, what day it is. But she's like, one of the things I take, and she held up just something briefly. This is what makes my skin look young because it helps your body produce collagen. And then she held up the zip stick. She said it comes in a bottle form, liquid, comes in this powder form. Just basically, she was holding up everything that's in the special one at a time and just something really brief and just flippant. And that helps me with that. And here's immune, and it's got things that are going to boost your immune system a bit and help make you healthier and, super good for your body, whatever she said. She didn't go into any scientific stuff. And she goes, so that's it. It was short. It was like 6 minutes. And then she was off. And I thought, well, that was clever. And she did a call to action. And she said, for everyone that shares this or comments on it, at the end of the day, I'm going to send out this bottle of Genesis too. I'm going to do a drawing. I'm going to send out this bottle of Genesis. So, you could do something like that. You could do something like that, or you could just do 2 of your favorites, whatever. Do a call to action. Maybe another call to action you could do is an act of kindness, a random act of kindness, and then they have to go in and post it, what they did. And maybe you could do it for a whole week. And then you could have something, I don't know, it doesn't have to be, it could be a thing of hand wipes, it could be a roll of toilet paper, be, humorous. I don't know, but there's all kinds of creative things that you could do. So just be in there, be active, be involved in your business, and don't fear the worst, because you have to have faith in something. Either it's that God said he's going to meet all your needs, and in the end, you're going to win no matter what, or it's like the sky is falling. What would you rather have faith in? You absolutely have no control over the outcome. So you have to believe the best. Your mindset is everything. Your attitude is your altitude. So be the one that lifts other people up. Don't be the one that they're patting on the back and hugging and going, I'm sorry, I know you're really affected by this. And I'm not downplaying it. I know people have serious, depression and things like that. I'm not saying that. You don't be a whiner if you're just worried because you've absorbed yourself in all the bad news. Be a light and encourage somebody else. So that's all I have, you guys. If nobody has anything else to add, we can call it a night. Thanks for your comment in the chat, Tam Glowacki. And thanks, everybody. Hi, Shabela. I see more people joined us. Thank you guys so much for joining us. So anything else you want to say, Steph? We're good.
Just glad you guys are all here and healthy.
Yes.
Keep your spirits up, and I loved everything you said. Keep working, keep being here, because you never know when it's time for someone that needs you. I thought it was going to be slow, and I just got like 2 requests in an hour.
I've had tons of people reaching out to me.
Yeah.
They're slow to answer me back now that I'm back in town, or now I can't meet them at the coffee shop like we were going to. But yeah, people are reaching out. So just act like normal with extra sensitivity and work your business. We love you guys. We want you to succeed.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Tami Dennis.
Oh. Hey, Tami.
Hi. Hey, do you mind if I share something that happened to me today?
No, please do.
So one of the things that I've been learning with what I've been doing is that reaching out to people who engage in your posts. And I've been doing a lot of live videos lately and just sharing a bunch of value. So there was a picture there was a post that I did, because my ideal client is a salon owner, right? That's who I try to recruit. And so I did this funny picture on my timeline that showed like grow out, and the nails are about to fall off, and eyebrows are sticking together, they're like caterpillars. And I had like 75 people like and engage in that. So there were 65 that laughed at it. So what I've been doing all afternoon is going and looking to see who laughed and sending them a message and saying, hey, how are you? Thank you so much for laughing with me. With being in the industry, it's a little scary right now, so trying to do a little humor. Thanks so much. How's it going? And you would not believe it. I mean, I have had probably 15 conversations this afternoon and just got off the phone with a salon owner in Nevada. So being able to, it just starts that conversation. And how are you? How's it going for you? It just, oh my gosh, it's just been incredible. So, and the cool thing about that is when it's on your story, if you don't get back to them within 24 hours, it still is on your archive. So you can still go see who liked, loved, and cried with you, for a really long time. And so if you don't get back to them right away, it's okay. You can get back to them 2 days later or whatever. But that's been pretty big today. It was the first time I've done that. I was a little nervous too at first when I was told to do that. But it's been really rewarding today.
I love that. And Colleen just made a comment. I love that, Tami. Thank you. That's so good. Follow up with people that comment. Colleen gave a quote from her leadership conference last week. We bring the weather. Our attitudes are contagious. Bring your own positive weather. So that's perfect. Thank you so much, Colleen, for sharing that. That's true. If we can have humor, if you have a really great, some kind of a remedy to keep your home germ-free that's not a pitch, something you can maybe mix up, or something that you've seen somebody do. I don't know, maybe I took some wipes, some antibacterial wipes in a baggie to the gym yesterday, because for one thing, everyone's handling that same bottle of spray, and you have to walk quite a ways to get the bottle of spray, then you have to walk all the way back. And I actually am probably not going to go to the gym the rest of the week, but I did do that. I mean, just any little tip that you can throw to people. Some people have those food handling gloves at home, and they're just wearing them to the grocery store when they have to go. Maybe people aren't thinking about things like touching their mail or touching cash, or things like that. I don't know. What do you have as a remedy? What do you guys do? What are you doing that you think maybe somebody else wouldn't think of? So those are things that you can do a live video on really short, or do something funny. Like I sprayed my hair with deodorant one time, or sprayed my armpits with hairspray. If you've ever done something stupid like that, it's kind of fun because people really do engage. They love humor. They love knowing that you're human. So That's it. Thanks, you guys. Anybody else? If not, we love you. Have a good night, and we'll see you. We'll see you Saturday. I have a guest that's going to be amazing Saturday morning, so don't miss Rank Makers. Love you guys.
Thank y'all. Y'all stay safe.
You too.